Hey, it's Dr. Birchler. I wanted to make a quick video and talk about a concept that's really important when you're dealing with trying to get well, and that's true in both a chiropractic setting. When you're physically hurting, you have injuries, you have chronic problems of a musculoskeletal or spinal or neurological nature. And it's also important when you have an illness or an immune-related issue too, because things take time. And what I see often with people is that we all want it now, right? So we want to get better now. We want to take a pill, feel better now, do something that changes things now. And that's understandable. We all want what we want, and we want it now. But that's not really realistic in a lot of cases, right? There's going to be a time element. Things have to heal. They have to repair. They have to change. They have to. There has to be some type of a transformation. So there is a process, not an event. And what will happen is if your expectations of the time frame that things should take, if they're not accurate, you end up being disappointed. So if your expectations are not met, you end up in this thing of feeling like, well, that isn't how it should be, or I was disappointed, or maybe you think things take too long, people are telling you to do too much or something like that. Maybe it seems too hard or uncertain outcome for too long, and you're not sure if you can kind of take that. So what I'm going to show you here in this chart is it's just a little chart talking about tissue healing time frames, but I would say this is pretty accurate, and this doesn't have all the different types of tissues on here, but let's just look at a couple things. Let's say somebody's in a car crash and they have whiplash. They're having damage to the muscles and to the ligaments of the spine, possibly concussion, which is an element of brain trauma or neurological damage as well. So say a grade 2 or 3 muscle type of injury from the whiplash, the healing time frame on that may be 2 to 6 months, just for the muscle element, which is a pretty fast repair. Now, if you look at ligaments, let's say a grade 2 strain of the ligaments, which might be common in a whiplash, we might be looking at 3 to 6 months for the ligaments to heal. Now, this isn't even talking about discs or bone injuries, but certainly discs could take longer than that. For instance, somebody who has a labrum, a cartilage injury in their shoulder, those things are probably longer than that, probably 9 months. Discs probably 9, 12, 18 months before that tissue is really healed or repaired in those cases. So understand that it is going to take a while for things to actually heal. And that kind of makes sense when you're dealing with a new injury. But most people are dealing with chronic problems. They've been having this problem, say, for 10 years. So they don't have a new injury. And so they probably don't think of that as like, well, my back or my neck or whatever, it needs to heal. They're not really thinking about that because they're not recently hurt. But let's just use the term change. Like how long is it going to take for that to change? How long is it going to take for you to have some permanent change in the way your body is, so that you can consistently have a different result or different experience of life than you are? And I think these guidelines would roughly hold as well. So it's probably going to take 3-4 months just for the muscles to change, the tension patterns and things like that. Your whole spine is encased in ligaments. They hold all the bones together. It's probably going to be longer than 3 months for your ligaments, probably 6 months or so, maybe longer than that. If you have degenerative discs or you have disc herniations or bulges, which are common in the spine, you might be looking at 9, 12, 18 months for things to really heal, really, really change internally to the body, to like change your future. And understanding that that's really what it is, that's the time frame on these things, I think can help you understand, hey, that's why things are done the way they are. That's why if you go to physical therapy, you go for weeks or months. That's why if you go to a chiropractor, you need to go for several months to really get a transformation or a consistent change there. So I hope this is helpful for your case. If you're dealing with chronic things, understand that it's gonna take a while for your living cells, your body to restructure so that you get a really good long-term benefit from what we do as chiropractors or many other types of physical medicine as well. If you have any questions on this concept, just message me here and be happy to try to answer them to the best of my ability. Thanks. Have a great day.